friends with Jay-Z, and then at one point it turns romantic.
After a year.
After a year.
After about a year and some change, you know, as things change. And I blame Jay-Z for that because he pushed him out there to do that. Like, it was like testing the waters, so to speak. Like, I'm just gonna let you go.
We talked for, I think it was like 3 weeks, just on the phone and texting and stuff. We talked every day, every 5 minutes of every day.
Allegedly a romantical thing. It's all right, I'll say alleged, but we know. Yeah, she hit it before Beyonce.
Carmen Bryan just dropped an absolute bombshell about Jay-Z's connections to Elisabeth Ovesen and Foxy Brown from their teenage years. And trust me, honey, this isn't your regular old love triangle drama. There's so much more beneath the surface that'll make your jaw drop. You absolutely need to hear this tea I'm about to spill. Now, while Carmen first stepped into the spotlight through her relationship with Nas, it was her secret affair with Jay-Z that really set the hip-hop world on fire. Can you believe this lasted from 1995 to 2000? That's right, 5 whole years of sneaking around, meeting in shadows, and keeping everything hush-hush. They'd rendezvous in fancy hotel rooms and hidden apartments, desperately trying to stay out of sight. With Jay-Z's career absolutely exploding, getting caught would have been catastrophic. In her tell-all book, It's No Secret, Carmen spilled every single detail about their secret romance. The hidden messages, the clandestine meetups, everything. It's amazing how they managed to keep this under wraps in such a tight-knit hip-hop community.
I met Jay-Z right after he dropped Reasonable Doubt.
Right.
Reasonable Doubt was out like a minute because I remember like, oh, what's this? Who's this? Oh, I like this song. And then I met him through a friend at a party.
But hold on to your seats because this is where things get absolutely wild. Carmen revealed that during their affair, she actually got pregnant with Jay-Z's baby. Just imagine the absolute chaos if that news had leaked back then. Jay-Z was becoming hip-hop royalty and a secret baby with his rival Nas's ex. That would have turned the whole industry upside down. Carmen wrote about feeling absolutely terrified and lost when she discovered the pregnancy. She knew without a doubt it was Jay-Z's, but she also knew what an absolute disaster it could cause. The pressure she was under must have been absolutely unbearable.
At one point, you were pregnant by Jay?
Yes, I had a miscarriage.
Okay, this is before the whole
This was like before all of that.
How far along were you?
I believe I was definitely less than 3 months. It was the first trimester. It wasn't.
It was still early.
Now, if you think that pregnancy bomb was shocking, just wait because there's so much more. This was just the beginning of a massive web of drama and secrets. When Carmen spilled these details in her book, nobody was prepared for what came next. The story takes such a dark turn. She was already 3 months along when she realized what was happening. This wasn't some joyful surprise. It was a massive crisis for both Carmen and Jay-Z. But what happened next is truly disturbing. Carmen revealed the pregnancy ended in what she describes as a forced miscarriage. That phrase alone sends chills down my spine. Was she pressured? Did something more sinister happen? Carmen's never revealed the full story, leaving everyone wondering about the truth. Some people think she might be exaggerating, while others believe every word. We might never know the whole truth about what happened behind those closed doors.
Exactly, yeah, it wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't planned. It wasn't like, oh, we're gonna have this baby and, move forward with our, no.
Okay, when you told Jay that you were pregnant, what was his reaction?
I told him after the fact.
Oh, you told him after?
I told him after the
Okay,
fact.
so he didn't even know.
The pregnancy might have ended, but this secret haunted them for years. Can you imagine carrying such a massive secret? But here's the thing. The pregnancy wasn't even the biggest revelation in Carmen's book. By 2000, their relationship was crumbling. All those secret meetings and hidden moments had taken their toll on Carmen. She was struggling with keeping everything under wraps, and Jay-Z's growing fame only made things more complicated. But what finally destroyed everything wasn't the stress or the secrecy. It was a song that crossed every imaginable line. Super Ugly wasn't just another diss track. It was Jay-Z airing out their intimate moments in the most disrespectful way possible. He rapped about their encounters in a Jeep, which was bad enough, but then he went completely too far, bragging about leaving used condoms in Carmen's daughter's car seat. He wasn't just exposing their affair, he was dragging an innocent child into this mess.
Okay, but Jay-Z knew that you had a daughter with Nas.
Yes, he did. He was aware of that.
He was aware of that. Okay. So you guys are messing around. You and Nas are getting into problems, are having problems with your relationship.
Yeah.
The fallout from Super Ugly hit Carmen like a tsunami. Suddenly, her private life was everybody's business, and the entire hip-hop world was talking about her, and not in a good way. The humiliation she experienced was beyond anything most of us could even imagine.
So the two of them were already beefing with each other. And then,
Way before
But
this.
Jay made it public with
Right.
Takeover.
Jay made it public with Takeover.
In her book, Carmen held absolutely nothing back when discussing this betrayal. She was so disgusted that she wouldn't even use Jay-Z's name anymore, just referring to him as SC. The pain and betrayal just leap off the pages. But if you think this was just another messy breakup, think again. This was the complete destruction of trust, and it was just the beginning. The end of their affair opened up a whole new chapter in Jay-Z's controversial past. Because guess what? Carmen wasn't the only one with stories to tell, and the allegations that were about to surface would make Super Ugly look like child's play. As you've probably heard by now, Jay-Z and Diddy are facing some serious allegations in a federal lawsuit that's sending shockwaves through the hip-hop community. Initially, only Diddy was named, but now Jay-Z's been dragged into it too. The victim, who's staying anonymous and goes by Jane Doe in the court papers, claims there was another woman present during the alleged incident at an MTV Video Music Awards after-party back in September 2000.
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was by both men at a Video Music Awards after party in 2000.
Now,
Jay-Z isn't taking these accusations lying down. He's completely denied everything, calling the allegations heinous and questioning why the accuser isn't pursuing criminal charges instead of a civil lawsuit. You can hear the emotion in his voice when he talks about how this is affecting his family, especially his children. His words, "My only heartbreak is for my family," really hit hard, especially when you think about his daughter Blue Ivy being old enough to possibly hear about all this drama. But Jay-Z's not stopping there. He's fighting back hard. He's claiming the victim is trying to blackmail him, suggesting she's just after a quick payday and hoping he'll settle to avoid the public scandal. But Jay-Z's making it clear he won't play that game. This whole situation has everyone looking back at Jay-Z's past with fresh eyes. All those old whispers about him and younger women are resurfacing, and people are starting to connect dots they never noticed before. And it's not just fans who are talking. Elisabeth Ovesen, who used to be all over music videos, has spoken up about these allegations. According to her, everything coming out now about Sean wasn't exactly a secret in the industry. She's suggesting this behavior is learned and perpetuated, hinting at deeper problems in hip-hop culture. Elizabeth, who used to go by Karen Steffens, made waves in the early 2000s as a video vixen, but it was her 2005 book Confessions of a Video Vixen that really got people talking.
Since that day in the car, he remains a gentleman. Baby girl, how was he a gentleman when you took out his wig, stuck a on it, and then grabbed the back of your head? Is that gentlemanly?
Oversen's story adds another layer to the complex puzzle of Jay-Z's past. While it might not be as explosive as some other allegations, it gives us a different perspective on the rap mogul. You can't help but notice the similarities between her story and Carmen Bryan's. Both women were involved with Jay-Z during his rise to fame. Both spoke out years later, and both paint a picture of Jay-Z that's way more complicated than his public image. But Ovesen isn't done telling her story. She's planning to release an updated version of her book, this time focusing on educating a new generation about believing women and supporting each other. The Me Too movement has clearly influenced how she views her past experiences. But hold on to your seats, because Elisabeth Oversen's story isn't even the last bombshell. There's one more voice we need to hear from, and her story might be the most shocking yet. Jay-Z's relationship with Foxy Brown could be the most scandalous chapter in his past. Back in 1996, Foxy burst onto the rap scene alongside Jay-Z when she was just 15 years old. Their collaboration on Ain't No Ninja from Jay's debut album Reasonable Doubt put both of them on the map. but rumors started swirling that their connection went way beyond music.
Hard. You know, I was asking you over there, what does it feel like to be this successful and this famous? You're 19 years old. Mm-hmm. What would that be like?
Yeah. Fox, she's a baby, but she listens to me, you know what I mean? She's tough, you know what I mean? She's a brat, but she listens to me, so it's cool, you know what I mean? Baby girl, she's good.
People have been whispering for years that Jay-Z might have taken Foxy's V card when she was still underage. That's such a heavy accusation, and it's followed him for decades. The age gap between them was huge. Jay-Z was in his mid-20s when they first worked together. These rumors got even louder when Nas dropped his infamous diss track Ether in 2001. That line he threw out had everyone talking. Foxy got you hot because you kept your face in her pee. It wasn't just a diss, it was a serious accusation about Jay-Z's relationship with teenage Foxy Brown.
Foxy Brown, how you feel about the news that broke that, she might testify against Keefe D?
Well, I knew Foxy was out there with Zip now.
The gossip about Jay-Z and Foxy never really died down, but things got super interesting recently when those allegations about Jay-Z and Diddy hit the news. Foxy posted some cryptic messages on Instagram, just the words wow and wait, with shocked face emojis. She didn't directly address the accusations, but her surprise seemed pretty genuine. So, what's Foxy's take on all this? Well, it's complicated. She's flip-flopped over the years, sometimes defending Jay-Z as a great friend, other times dropping hints that there might be more to the story.
Period. Jay and I come from nothing together. My cousin Clark Kent, we're gonna be all the way real. Everybody must stay this way.
In one interview, Foxy said, "Y'all want me to be anti-Hobbs so bad?" She sounds fed up with people trying to get her to speak out against Jay-Z, but interestingly, she's never completely denied the rumors either. Things got even messier when she threatened to sue some gossip outlets for spreading stories about her and Jay-Z. She called the allegations the most disgusting and disrespectful thing she's ever dealt with, but even that didn't kill the rumors. With all these contradicting statements, it's so hard to know what really happened between Foxy and Jay-Z back then. Was there something inappropriate going on? Was it all just industry gossip? Foxy's never given us a straight answer, leaving everyone with questions. As if the whispers about Jay-Z and Foxy Brown weren't enough, Nick Cannon brought everything back into the spotlight during a shocking episode of Cannon's Class. Sitting down with Rockefeller co-founder Dame Dash, Cannon didn't hold back. He went straight for those controversial rumors. During the interview, he brought up Foxy's age when she entered the industry, clearly wanting to address all the speculation head-on. Dame Dash looked so uncomfortable and quickly tried to distance himself from the topic. His body language and tone said it all. He knew exactly where this conversation was heading, but he wanted no part of it. Instead, he deflected, making it crystal clear he didn't want to revisit old rumors or get caught up in the narrative.
At what age was Foxy Brown signed?
I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown.
Yeah, but that's...
I didn't sign Foxy Brown.
I know
Stop
you did.
putting
I'm
me
just
in that.
asking a
You keep asking
question.
because I'm on the block. I'm responsible for everybody.
You the boss.
That. I wasn't. Oh, now I'm the boss.
They ain't a very smart guy, so he'll figure it out.
But Cannon wouldn't let it go. He kept hinting at the alleged dynamic between Jay-Z and Foxy, suggesting there was more to their connection than just music. Dash shut him down hard, refusing to comment on what he called another man's business. But his reaction spoke volumes. Fans picked up on the tension and started speculating about why he was so unwilling to engage.
I promise you,
I thought Foxy was like 16. That's all I'm saying.
Did I sign her? It sounds like you.
All I'm saying is in this industry, when we live in these glass houses.
It seems like you got a question for Jay. Ask her.
The interview left everyone with more questions than answers. While Dash might have dodged the conversation, it only added fuel to the fire, especially with these new allegations against Jay-Z coming to light. As you'd expect, social media absolutely exploded, with fans analyzing every single one of Dame Dash's evasive responses. Even 50 Cent jumped into the drama, calling out Dash on social media and labeling him a sucker for seemingly stirring the pot around Jay-Z. But here's the thing, this wasn't just about Dame avoiding questions. Nick Cannon's persistence brought all those Foxy rumors back into the spotlight. connecting them with current discussions about power dynamics and exploitation in hip-hop. Whether he meant to or not, Cannon's interview reopened a narrative many thought was buried. And remember, these conversations aren't happening in isolation. With the recent allegations against Jay-Z and Diddy, this adds yet another layer to the already complicated web of controversy surrounding hip-hop's biggest names. How deep does this really go? And how many more voices will speak up?
I didn't give her a drink so she forget what the is going on here.
You might think you know hip-hop, but there's a whole other side to this industry that rarely sees the light of day. As we dig deeper into Jay-Z's past, we're uncovering some really uncomfortable truths about the music world that will change how you listen to your favorite tracks forever. Jay-Z's alleged behavior isn't just a one-off thing. It's part of a much bigger problem in hip-hop. The power dynamics are seriously messed up. Ovesen talked about how powerful men's behavior often gets overlooked, calling out all the men who stay silent about what's happening. It's like this massive conspiracy of silence that lets everything continue. The stories from Carmen, Elisabeth, and Foxy paint a disturbing picture of Jay-Z's past. But it's not just about one person anymore. This whole situation is forcing us to take a hard look at how power works in hip-hop. We're talking about consent, responsibility, and how the industry treats women. It's heavy stuff, and it's got so many fans feeling conflicted. Jay-Z's been this huge icon in rap for so long, but now we're seeing a completely different side of him. So what do you think? Could Dame Dash's discomfort hint at something deeper, or was he just avoiding unnecessary drama? With these rumors about Jay-Z's past continuing to surface, how much of the truth do you think we'll ever really know? And finally, what does all of this mean for Jay-Z's legacy in the hip-hop world? Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments down below, because this is one discussion we can't wait to hear from you about. Also, don't forget to check out the next video on the end screen for even more tea you won't want to miss. Smash that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.